Attorney Jonathan Nelson, reminding you that if you've been injured in an auto accident, it's important to have somebody on your side. When you need a lawyer,
then you need Nelson.
News 25, this is Chris Palermo. It is a Saturday morning, and we are in Pahrump at the corners of Route 372 and Highway 160, and we are at the No Kings protest. We're here with Jerry from Las Vegas. Jerry, thanks so much for talking to News 25.
Perfectly my pleasure.
Okay, so you're in Pahrump. You know where the proximity is, Pahrump to Las Vegas. What made you want to take the ride out to Pahrump to tell us and show us these signs?
I decided to come out here because I have a friend who's got a cousin here, so we're making it a whole afternoon kind of with friends and family, so that's why I came out here. And besides, this one's earlier than the ones that are in Vegas.
So can you cite me one example, presumably this is against Donald Trump, President Trump, where Trump has appeared to be king-like?
You could probably cite about 100,000 because he's been running everything as though he is a king, and he's...
Well, can you give me a specific one?
Absolutely. Ordering his attorney general to prosecute his enemies. That's one. Another one is saying, going on the air, telling the whole world that people are guilty of sin because he deems it. Also deciding that he's going to lay off employees of the U.S. government to spite the Democrats for doing something for the people of America. We could go on for hours.
Well, specifically with the laying off people, there is so much waste. They're spending money on circumcisions in Africa. So, I mean, you could argue with that. Let's get back to the Attorney General stuff. His people are finding out that there is enough evidence to charge these people.
Not all of them. They are speculating and they're going by what he is asking them to do. And he is telling the rest of the world that he's staying out of it, but he isn't. So he is demanding that they do his bidding, and then he gets on the camera and says, oh, I know nothing about this one or this one, but we all know what's going on. Okay. It's a gaslight.
Finally, Jerry, your passion speaks true, and thank you so much. Most of the people here, you're in the trenches, and I want to know, what is the general sense? Are they right here in Pahrump? Are they coming from California? Are they coming from Las Vegas? Where are your fellow protesters from?
I think most of my protesters are from Southern Nevada, somewhere near Trump or around Trump, and possibly Vegas.
Chris Palermo again, and I'm with Leon, a passionate protester. And Leon, I'm so glad you came up to us because you are from Pahrump. And why are you here today?
I'm here to push back on the narrative that we're here to cause trouble and hate America. That's the last thing that we want to do. We love America. We want to preserve our democracy. This president is acting like a dictator. He's leashing violence on cities and profiling minorities, and he's going under the guise of law and order, but it's anything but that. And ICE is acting like a Gestapo, and we can't have that here in America. I love people. I'm a Christian. I love my fellow brother and sister. I don't even hate the president, but I hate what he does. And I'm here proud to say that we must push back on this. We're mad as heck, and we're not going to stand for this regime anymore, this fascist regime. You know, we must try to impeach this man and remove him if we do get the Senate back, the Congress back. And unfortunately, they won't swear in one of our Democrats. That would be the 118th vote that would force them to release the Epstein files. You know, I'm very, very disappointed at the fact that he gave $40 billion to a dictator over in Argentina, and yet our farmers are going bankrupt. We're not going to stand for this anymore. We must come out. I'm an older man, and I like to see these older people out here. You know, don't be passive. The worst thing you can do is be passive. For a good person to stand back and do nothing, why a person with evil intentions do wrong. We must stand up for justice, and we must stand up for the truth, because the truth will set you free. We do not worship Donald Trump. You know, I'm not a MAGA person. I don't hate MAGA, but they seem to worship this man. They seem to be in a cult, and I reject that.
Leon, do you feel like we're going to let you go here back to the festivities? Do you feel like your neighbors, and predominantly Pahrump is conservative, generally speaking, do you feel like your neighbors echo the sentiments of what you're doing here today?
More people are starting to. I remember a couple of years ago when Trump got, when he lost the election, it was Stop the Steal. They knew they lost the election, but they continued to say that the election was stolen from them. And it didn't seem like that we were going to ever get our narrative across, because they were just flooding the zone with their narrative. But now the pendulum has swung, and now people are slowly but surely resisting. He's at an all-time low in his very favorability in America.
Thank you, Leon. Have a great day out here.
You do the same thing, sir, and God bless you guys.